Best states to retire in 2025. This is a list, not something that I necessarily agree with. 5.com reveals the best states to retire in 2025, and that's the crux of the article. So it was basically a PR push for them to go over to this site. And by the way, the link's in my blog, so you can jump on that. Best states to retire, to spend your retirement. Delaware, the number one place to live when you're retired. Well, because there's no local state tax. Totally understand that. Getting away from California's state income tax is always a good option. Colorado, that's God's country, right? Now, policy-wise, not really favoring it, but there's a lot to do, especially if you love the outdoors. There's hiking, camping. There's tenors, I believe it's called, where you go up to 10,000-foot levels. And obviously there's skiing and water skiing. And it's always the Colorado Rocky. Yeah, the Avalanche. Go Avalanche. I actually saw them play in Colorado years ago. Pretty cool. Florida, the Sunshine State, if you don't mind high insurance. I heard somewhere where the hurricane insurance for a standard home is about $10,000 a year, which that's not tenable for a lot. As far as things to do for a retiree, this is a perfect place. It's fun. It's enjoyable. There's a lot. It's like Babe in Toyland, right? There's always something going on. Weather's pretty amazing. Yeah, you get hurricanes, but we also get forest fires here. So North Carolina, that is a beautiful place. There's some places that are hot and muggy, and go up to the mountains, to the Appalachia, and you can live a great life up there. It's pretty rustic, but it is beautiful. It's amazing. Virginia, there's a lot to do. I've been there 3 times for trade shows back in my youth. It's a fun place to go. It's much slower than North Carolina. The one thing I don't like is the speed limit is 55, and they're pretty strict about it. One thing I can remember about Virginia, honorable mentions: Idaho, New Hampshire, Minnesota, and Pennsylvania. I was just talking to somebody that moved from Pennsylvania. So there you go. Places to retire, or at least consider retiring. If you want to read more about it, jump into my blog. My insurance claim won't pay for fire damage. This is a big thing, guys. If you have any kind of damage to your house and the insurance company is denying it, talk to this guy right here. The YouTube link is here, and then you can get to him through that. This guy will fight tooth and nail to make sure you get every penny. He knows how to negotiate terms with insurance companies. And yeah, he takes a big chunk out of it, but it's better than getting nothing or getting a kick in the pants, right? I'm actually sending this to one of my clients because we had a walkthrough yesterday and we talked about all the different things he could do. He was writing it down on a little pad of paper, and this is going to allow him to go through every little nook and cranny to see what an inspector would look at. Can you use gifted money as a down payment? Yeah, absolutely. There's certain stipulations, and these are general guidelines, because every lender is different. Every bank is different. Every bank has their interpretation on Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and FHA. Absolutely. If your parents can offer you big chunk of money down payment, you have to let it mature. Talk to your lender. If you don't have a good lender, let me know. I have a good couple, 3 guys. I just sent my seller off to my guy because they're thinking about moving down to SLO. Walk through the understanding of how this gift will work. How does it work? How does it report? How does each lender use it for each specific loan? So think about that. Matter of fact, we were talking about it. He's a Marine veteran, and he's going to sell his house. They want to buy down in SLO. So what happens if they use the VA loan to buy that house as primary residence, make this a second home, and rent it out and all that other stuff? So there's all sorts of different options that are out there. This is Apple House of the Week, Hampton Ave. It's a nice Rinconada, $2.3 million, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,100 square feet. Holy cow. And if you look at it, it's pretty close to the Apple campus. You can literally walk to Apple. It's been on market 244 days, and they have not budged. Oh, they went down $100,000. Let's take a look inside this bad boy. For buyers, it's based on the condition, location of your house, and price. Those are the 3 things that people look at, right? There's a lot of little tiny nuances to it. This house, it's not fixed up. Right? It's got original bath. Don't even know what the kitchen looks like. Oh yeah, there's a kitchen, nice and old. And it's an old backyard. Guys, look, it is 7,000 square foot. This guy's trying to get a premium for it. It should be sold for about 1.4 to 1.7. I just sold a house, a plot of land with an old house on it for 1.8. We thought we would get 1.4, maybe 1.5. I negotiated and I didn't stop until we got to 1.83. Listing it high means you're trying to attract the market. You're trying to be a market maker. And when you have an old house like this, it's really a 2-1, and they converted the garage into a third bedroom and another bath. It's not going to fly like that. You're not getting the value out of it. So whoever is selling this is wasting everybody's time. If it's on market 244 days, you're wasting everybody's time. Buyers are going to come in and say, I'm not paying that. I'm not going to even start negotiating, which means the agent didn't set the expectations of the seller in the first place. Now the seller thinks he's going to get 2.3. Show me the numbers. Show me how it works. Show me how you're going to get $2.3 million. If it was completely tuned in and brand new and turnkey, yeah, maybe. You're wasting everybody's time. So shame on you. This is Velarde Street. This is Mountain View, the Mountain View house of the week. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet, built in 1938. It's a detached garage, it looks like. Again, not my listing. The reason why I chose it is because it's walking distance to Castro Street. It's been on market 75 days, so this thing needs to come down. See, the original list price is the same list price. Again, trying to be a market maker. Is it a cute house? Sure. But when you have a house that's sitting on market, yeah, we went through the holidays. I just got my second offer for my house in Hollister, and it's not exactly where we need to be. We're just a tad bit apart. As soon as everything comes in and we make sure that it's tight, then we'll bump it up a little bit. We'll see what happens. This is the bank-owned property of the week, Hollister, Cobalt Drive. Let's take a look at the pictures. On market 53 days. And the reason why I say it's familiar is because it's backing into this dirt path. So you know that like when the windstorms pick up, everything gets filthy here. Eventually they're going to build behind that house. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,400 square feet, built in 2017. Pretty new looking. It is a pretty house inside. I think this is the same house that was listed last year, and it didn't sell because there were tenants or the sellers refused to move. Now that it's vacant, ooh, look at that. Nice boarded up something going on here. I have no idea what that is. Maybe that was a kitchen in the backyard. I have no idea. But guys, this is a pretty house. And for that price, are you willing to drive an hour, hour and a half to work every day? Totally up to you. We just did Mountain View. And here is the 40-day on market report. I wanted to let you know about what's going on here. We had 18 closes last week, only 8 in San Jose. Remember, it's 30 days past Christmas, where everybody's thinking about Christmas gifts, not buying a house. So it's a little bit down, but holy moly, that's crazy. Same thing with Santa Clara, 48 closings last week. It is what it is. 40 days on market. We have 90 houses that have been on market over 90 days, 45 houses that have been on market 45 days. And bank owns in the Bay Area, 65. And you just saw one. In all of California, we have 200. So nothing's really jumped up. As a matter of fact, inventory's come down since October, if you look over there.